I never follow.
Hey, y'all. Okay. Let me see who live in the set today. Oh, I can see you guys. Okay, hey everybody. Hey Chantel, what's going on, y'all? Whew. Today was a long day. So if you haven't filed your taxes, today is your last day to file them. So if you ain't filed them, y'all know what it's time to do. Oh God, let me see who want to go live. Somebody want to go live. Hello? I don't know if that's a real person or not. So probably not. Okay. So anyway, y'all. Y'all can go ahead on and shoot with the questions. We're going to get this going because I know a lot of y'all, probably the main thing y'all want to know. Yes, Brent, if you need help, I absolutely can. Hi, Brent, where I said your name. All right. So, as always, put down your information. And let me tell y'all really quick, if you got questions, not information, please ask. Today is tax day. So if you did not file your taxes today, that is wrong. Okay. You should have filed your taxes. You can request an extension if you did not file. Okay. You have until this evening. Okay. To get this done. File an extension is very easy. 4 or 5 questions. Definitely need to look at filing an extension if you have not already. All right. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Someone made this shirt for me. I don't know if she's watching, but yes, thank you, Dwight. And how you doing, Dwight? I hope you're doing well. Let me see. So, all right, I'm going to run through it really fast. I know most of y'all going to ask me the same question, so here goes. You haven't gotten your tax refund. That's not a surprise. A lot of people have not received them yet. If you have not gotten your tax refund, if your tax refund includes your stimulus, the $1,200 and the $600, you will have to go and check it on Where's My Refund. If you are looking for your $1,400 stimulus, then you need to go to Get My Payment. That's where you can see that one, okay? You should be able to find your information. If you cannot find your information, please do not feel like the IRS is picking on you. Please do not feel that you are going to get an audit. That does not mean that. It's a lot of people that have not filed on time that are behind. The IRS is also behind, so they are not up to snuff. Okay, we're getting y'all these refunds and the stimulus. I can tell y'all right now. If you need to file an extension, you can actually do an extension. You can do it at any one of the filing places, TurboTax, any place online. It's really easy. It should not cost you anything to do an extension unless they happen to charge. Some places may. So I cannot tell you for sure that they are not, but they should not. Okay. If you haven't filed taxes since 2015, Brent, you cannot file back that far. I think you can go back to the 2016, and that is all. So you can't go back any further than that. Okay. Chantel asked if somebody owes the IRS, will you still get a tax refund? Yes, you will. They only can come after the first one, the $1,200. Other than that, they're not really offsetting the rest of them. The $1,200 was really only offset to child support. Okay, so they weren't even taking it if you owed IRS. So you should be able to get all three with no problem. Okay. All right, let's see. Will us 2021 parents get the stimmy for the new babies? Yeah, so if you have not gotten the stimulus, you had a baby in 2020, they are giving you guys what they call the plus up payment. So a lot of people have been saying, are we getting a fourth stimulus? No, you're not getting a fourth stimulus. But that additional stimulus that you see being sent out, that is for people who got missed. Hey, Vonnie, thank you for watching. I hope you're doing good. So if you had a baby in 2020 and you did not get paid for that child, you should get it in the stimulus plus up. If you don't worry. You can go and get that next year when you file taxes. You can claim just like you did this year if you missed filing for a child. Okay. Speaking of child, let's talk about this child tax credit. So I don't know if you guys know, it's been updated. The first payment will come out July 15th. Okay. Again, the first payment comes out July 15th. The IRS has not opened up the portal yet. I suspect that now that tax season has closed, the portal will be opening. The IRS child tax credit page under this new third stimulus package is now updated. They had no information over the weekend. I checked today. The page is up. They are not telling you when they're going to set the website up for you to put your information in. But I can tell you right now, they are telling people that they are going to go offer their 2020 taxes. Okay, so if you had not claimed all your children on the 2020 taxes, I can't tell you that for sure that you will or will not get all of your money. I can tell you that they are going to open up a portal where they are going to allow you to update your information. But I do not believe it's going to be an easy transition. Okay, you know, the government doesn't really make anything super, super easy. So I can tell you for sure that if you claim children on your 2020 taxes, even if the system is not acting correctly, you will be paid for those children. Now, if you have more kids than you claim, it's possible that you could get to add them later. All right, somebody wants to go live. Let me see if this is a real question. Hi, can I help you?
How you doing?
Hey, fine. You have a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
I always wanted to let the viewers know more about your channel.
What about my channel?
You know, just so you can get more followers.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you so much. You don't have a question about your taxes or nothing? You good? You got everything?
Not really. I didn't make any money this year.
No, well, that doesn't mean you can't file for your stimulus. So if you didn't get your stimulus, you can still file to get your money.
Definitely. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
No problem.
And,
Thank you.
I'll just tell you a little bit about my channel real quick,
Yep.
if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And my channel is about prank social experiments. When you guys get a chance, take a look. It's entertaining. You know, with everything that's going on, definitely need some entertainment. That's what my channel is all
right.
about.
What's your name on TikTok? One
burger bite.
All right. So we're gonna go to One Burger Bite. Everybody go to One Burger Bite here on TikTok and add and follow him so we can laugh, because we all need to laugh right now because ain't nobody getting their money from the IRS.
I appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, I'm gonna join. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
No problem. All right. So make sure you guys go do One Burger Bite on TikTok so he can get some followers. Okay. All right. So back to the child tax credit really quick. We don't know when the portal is going to open, but when it opens, I will let you guys know so that you can go and update your banking information. You can claim all of your children so that you can be paid for everything. Okay, so the first payment will be out July 15th. I'm hoping that by the end of this month, they will have it going so you guys can get everything taken care of so you can get paid for your children. All right, so I know you guys got questions. Give me a second. Let me go and see if I missed anybody or anything. Okay, so all right, hold on. I'm on TikTok. Let's see. How do you file an extension? Okay, will I get the stimmy even though I filed for the extension? Yeah, so if you file for an extension and you're worried about your $1,400 stimulus, you will still get your money. If you file for an extension and you are claiming your $1,200 and your $600, you will still get it. The extension gives you until October 15th to file your taxes. So you get a little bit of breathing room for those of you that did not get all your documents, or those of you that are not organized and just did not get a chance to get all this stuff done. you get into October 15th. You can file your taxes anytime between then and between now and October 15th. All right. So make sure that you do that, and it does not stop your stimulus payments at all. You will still get them because they are owed to you. Okay. All right. Somebody asking about a PPP loan. I knew somebody was going to ask about this PPP. I was trying not to talk about it today, but since you asked about it, let's go there. All right, so I always seem to address this every single week, and I made a video on TikTok just recently because I wanted you guys to understand, because I keep hearing everybody say, well, I have a legitimate business. My business is real. I got one. Great. You can have a business. That's great. You can have a business that's in some biz or whatever your Secretary of State is. That's great too. The problem is with people getting these PPP loans, and I'm just going to speak from, and this happened today in my office today. The problem is when the individuals find out how much the person who did your application put down to get you the $20,000, that is where people start to have a fit, because you didn't claim that amount on your taxes. So I don't care if the loan is forgiven or not. You can still be investigated. All right. So before I go on any further, share and tag. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to know. So if you haven't already, please share and tag. Introduce me to somebody new. Thank you very much. Now, back to this PPP. Okay. You can have a business. That's great. You can even have filed self-employment on your taxes. That's great too. You can even have a business that was open by February 15th, 2020. That's cool. All of those things are required, but I'm going to tell you what messes you up. If you got that $20,000, somebody claimed anywhere from $96,000 to $100,000 on your Schedule C. That's how you got that money. And now you should be worried, not concerned. You should be worried of how are you going to explain that if your loan is one of the loans that are subject to being audited or reviewed or investigated. If a majority of people got loans through Womply, so I can tell you, if you got a loan through Womply, Womply has been subpoenaed. All of their loans are being reviewed. Not some, all, because they subpoenaed all the records, okay? And I can tell you that they're mainly looking for individuals who got $20,833, okay? So individuals who got that amount, if you have not filed that amount on your taxes, I don't know what you're going to do. At least if you file that amount on your taxes, yes, you're going to generate a debt to the IRS. But I will tell you this, at least if somebody come knocking on your door, okay, at least you can show them that, hey, not only did I get this loan, I claimed it on my taxes too. You're covered, all right? Whether you fraudulently did it at that time, at least you're covering yourself to claim this money, because that's where people are going to get in trouble, because there's no paper trail. All right. Now, I'm not saying just the individuals who did it are going to be the ones they're going to be looking at. Y'all know they're not looking at the individuals who got the $20,833. They're looking at y'all, but the people they want are the ones who did your application. Why? Because you cut them a $5,000 check, a $10,000 check, a $8,000 check. I done heard every limit under the sun. If you paid them that money, that's who they really want. So I'm telling you now, a lot of y'all might as well get real comfortable using your mouth, because you're going to be snitching on the person who did your loan, because I know y'all not going to go down for somebody else who did something for you and didn't tell you what they were putting on the paperwork, okay? So if they did your loan and didn't tell you what they did on the paperwork, they come in to question you. But they come in to question you because they're looking for somebody else, all right? So, if somebody asks me, should I pay the person $10,000 or $5,000? I'm telling you, hell no, don't pay them, because you are going to have to generate a debt with the IRS, because you can add that $100,000 to your taxes, but if you think you're going to write off all of it, that's a problem. And the IRS is definitely going to be looking at you for an audit, okay? So they're not going to take all these years you never filed a Schedule C, you never had self-employment, and now all of a sudden you got 1 year of self-employment and you made $100,000? No, okay? So I will be mindful of that, okay? So I ain't telling anybody what to do, but I am just letting you know that there are people, whether they admit it or not, are sitting around and they sweating and they're stressing because they did not get the whole truth, all right? And those are the people I actually feel sorry for, because you got the money thinking, whoo, God came through, he blessed me. No, he didn't. Okay. The scam artist blessed you. And now you may have to go and talk to somebody else to tell them how you got yourself into this mess. All right. And that's not what I want anybody to have to go through, but that is a reality. All right. So he asked, how do you get forgivable for the PPP? Real easy. They have a new form. It's an S form. I'll get the name of it for you. Hold on. It is a forgivable form. It does not even require that you put anything on it other than your loan information. Matter of fact, it's called 3508S. And on this form, it is simply just asking you your business name, how much was the loan, your loan application number. Matter of fact, I'm pulling it up now. And you pretty much are going to certify that you spent the money the way that you were supposed to. The SBA and all the government agencies, all the alphabet people are busy right now. Okay, so they don't have time to be holding your hand, making sure you telling the truth. They'll come back and look at your stuff later, because that's how the government works. That's why statute of limitations is so dang on long, because they give themselves time to make sure that if they catch you, they're going to catch you. All right, so hold on. Let me get this form up real quick, and I'm going to tell you. So only thing you need on this form is to check if it's your first or your second draw, your loan number, the lender's loan number, meaning whoever you got your loan through. You got to put the amount of the loan. You have to put your disbursement date of your loan. They want to know how many employees. Now, I can tell you now, if you're one of those self-employed people, or if you know somebody who got somebody to do their loan and lied for them, you tell them this or tag them. Please tell them that I would recommend they not put down that they had employees if they did not, because you got to certify on this form you're telling the truth. Now, you already done lied on the application. Don't lie no more, okay? Because every lie is a charge. So we don't want to do that. So if they don't really have employees, but you put down employees to get the money, I would think about that, okay? Because it can cause extra problems for you later on. And I know firsthand someone who claimed 13 employees and does not have any. And this person is running scared right now because somebody told them everything was all good, and that's not true. All right. They also want to know the covered period. All right. Your covered period is the day that you got your disbursement, and then 8 weeks from that. So if you got your payment on May 1st, 8 weeks from that would be July 1st. So that would be like your covered period. That's what you would put on there. And then they're going to ask you, how much did you spend on payroll? Remember, payroll has to be 60% of whatever you get. Okay. You get 10,000, 6,000 goes towards payroll. So you have to make sure when you put that down, you're putting that 60% went to payroll. And then then they're going to ask you, what do you want to request for your loan forgiveness? You can put some or all. Most of y'all are going to put all. It makes sense. Why not, right? If you're going to go get forgiven, you might as well get it all forgiven. And then all you're going to do then is you're going to sit and you're going to initial and sign. You're going to initial, you tell them the truth, and you're going to sign, and then you send it to your lender. Now, your lender may not require this form. Your lender may require you do this electronically through their system, just like they did your loan application. But these are the basic questions they are going to ask. Now, the SBA did say that they could ask you to send in proof while they're doing your forgiveness. So please don't get this money and think that you do not have to write yourself a check. Please get the money and still spend it the way it's supposed to be, because you don't know if they're going to ask you to turn in your records. All right. So that's very important. Okay. So, all right, so let me see. I'm going to come back to my Facebook people in just a minute. All right, so someone asked, can I talk about the additional funds for the PPP loan? So there are no additional funds. I can tell you right now that the only banks that have money are banks that lend to low income. They are called CFDI. They are a certain type of chartered bank that they do business a lot with low income. I can tell you that if you are still trying to get the PPP loan, Blue Acorn is the only lender that I know that is mentioning that they are filing with getting these loans through these really, really, really small banks. So these are really small banks you probably never even heard of before, and lending institutions you never even heard of before. but they tend to typically lend to lower income, and they tend to lend to people, in the lower income communities. So if you're trying to go and get $1 million loan, you might not get it. But if you're trying to get 20 or less, you still have a chance to go and get you some of this money. May 31st is the last day you can apply, but I'm telling people they need to apply before then because the money could be gone long before May 31st. Second thing is SBA will still be working on these loans even after May 31st. So if you get money and you wonder if you're going to have enough time to get your second draw because 8 weeks have passed, you should have no problem getting your second draw because SBA is going to be working until June 30th. All right. So you still have time to get money from them. All right. All right. What's my next question? It says recently received a letter in the mail. Says something about 1,400. Is there another one coming? Okay. So these letters y'all getting in the mail, these are the same letters that Trump did that he made sure he sent out to everybody. Those letters are, telling you about your 1,400. If you haven't gotten it, all that letter is telling you it's coming. If you have gotten it, you're not getting another payment. That is just your record. Technically, you're supposed to hold on to that form and take that form in to your tax preparer when you go get your taxes done so that you can verify or prove that you got this payment. Okay, technically, but a lot of people don't do it. It doesn't matter. Your tax preparer is probably not asking for proof, but if they were, that is what you were supposed to take. That is just an economic income payment letter. No fourth stimulus, no fifth stimulus. There are no more stimuluses. This is it. If you receive a check later, or you hear that somebody else got a stimulus check next week or next month, that is the same 1,400 that you got. They just got it late. Okay, so there is no more coming. That is just a letter letting you know that one should have came or is coming. Okay. So what if your stimulus went into the wrong account? If your stimulus went into the wrong account, you can give it, I would say give it a couple weeks to see if they mail it. If they do not mail it, you can, well, honestly, that's what the IRS is going to do. Because their tax lines are so full, I was going to say do a direct deposit form, but it doesn't even matter because it's going to be a little late to be trying to get that. So if your stimulus went to the wrong account, then it is going to be sent to you as a paper check. Okay, so I would tell you to just sit back and wait on that one. All right. Okay, Dwight says, is it true the unemployment refund is coming this week? Yeah, so this is not for everybody who's watching on TikTok, but if you are in Florida, there, yes, there should be, the unemployment should be giving y'all some money. And if you need to fill out the escalation form because you are still waiting, you can go to Vanessa Brito's page. She should have the link. The link is out there now. They are now taking people, you know, they take all the escalations until like Wednesday. So if you are stuck, you haven't gotten nothing, please get the escalation. If not, you know what I'm going to do? If you don't remember, you can inbox me and I will copy the link and I will have it. And so when you inbox me, I'll have my assistant send it to you guys so that you can, and this is people in Florida, okay, for the unemployment. So if you need the link for the escalation for unemployment, we will have it sent to you so you guys don't have to go looking for it. All right. All right. So Love Rail says, if I get a PPP loan, will I go to jail? Well, I'm just going to say this. People have been going to jail. All right. And so I think of it differently. If you get arrested, you go to jail. That means you go to jail. You get a chance to bond out. Now, I'm not talking about you going to prison. That is two different things. Okay. So what happened with, Baby Blue from, Pretty Ricky. Love the group. Love him too. It is so sad, but he is going to have to go to prison. Okay. But if you get caught up with the PPP and someone comes knocking on your door, they are going to arrest you. If they find that they have enough, information, they will arrest you. And yes, you will go to jail. Now, will you stay a long time? Probably not. But if you're just asking, will you go to jail? If you fraudulently file and they find out, of course. But again, they're not really looking at y'all. They're looking at the people who did y'all loans because it's a shame that so many people are now. And I'm just going to say the truth. Some of y'all should have been concerned about where these $20,000 came from. A lot of y'all was not concerned. Y'all was just happy to get the money. I get that. We all been there. But nowadays we can't play around and not ask no questions, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. I didn't make up that rule. I think it's stupid as hell, but it's true. That's exactly what they're going to throw in your face. You can't say, well, I didn't know, because they're going to say, well, that's not an excuse. To me, it is an excuse. But in the court of law, it's not an excuse, which is so stupid. And I just don't want to see anybody getting hammed up, jammed up, or nothing because they went and got this money. And damn, I know it's already gone. So that's the worst part. Okay? So just be careful. I'm coming back to TikTok in just a minute. How do you sign up for the kids' tax credit in June? Tiki, it is not out yet. When they open up the portal, I promise y'all I will put that out. Let me sidestep for a minute. A lot of y'all been asking me about the $50 internet. It is now open. It opened last Wednesday. All you got to do is go to FTC. FTC. That stands for Federal Trade Commission. And then all you got to do is put in broadband. FTC broadband. That is what it's called. And you can go and pick your who's in your area. They'll tell you who signed up, what cable company. If you're, whether it's Comcast, Bright House, golly, they got so many of them. I don't even want to try to name them all. Cox Cable, all of those. So if you have any of those, you can go to FTC Broadband and pick your provider. Sign up. You will have to verify that you receive some type of assistance, whether that be food stamps, Medicaid, Social Security, even if you qualify for that Obama phone, the Lifeline phone. You qualify for this $50 internet and the $100 credit to get your laptop. Now, if you don't qualify and you still want the laptop, there are other places you can get a laptop. I ain't going to put it out for everybody, because if I put it out, they're going to go to that site and they're going to kill it and ain't going to be no laptops left. Okay, but these laptops are supposed to be for a certain reason. But there are places you can get laptops for the free that are refurbished and pretty much the same type y'all going to get when y'all do this program. But I do want to let y'all know that it is open. So if anybody needs it, go ahead on and get with it. Okay, take that $50 rebate. Okay, take that. Well, I don't know about y'all, but internet ain't 100. It's like 100 and something. So if I can get it to 50, I would do it too. All right. No, there is no fourth stimulus. Okay. How do we file for unemployment? Somebody give her the website, please, so she can file for unemployment. Dwight, if you watching, if you could, just give her that link, floridajobs.org. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. And Shataya, I know I said it. I hope you was talking about me, but I'm dead ass. There's people that's scared, man, that's thinking they're going to jail because ain't nobody done told them the truth about this money. It's just a doggone shame. Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all to look out for those unemployment refunds to start coming out this week. If they don't come, y'all know I have no control over that. I'm just the messenger. Okay. So they should start coming this week. All right, let me go here. Let's see. Forgivable PPP, we got that. Can't talk additional funds. Will you be penalized for not paying your taxes if you haven't gotten your refund yet? Yeah. So a lot of y'all probably don't know that, but if you owe the government, the IRS, you have to pay your debts to them by today to not incur any penalties. Okay. Most of y'all probably wouldn't care because it's such a little amount, but interest does add up over time. Okay. So if you're just a little late, couple months, it's not going to be that bad. You can go and see what your interest amounts are. And if you guys don't even know if you owe, or you're not sure if you owe, you can go to the IRS, to your IRS transcript. Register your account. They will show you all your past years, at least to like 2000, and I think last I saw was like 2014. It goes back to 2014. If you had any debt that you owe, you will be able to see that debt, but you will also be able to see whatever interest that they charged you. So yes, if you don't pay by the 17th, they do charge you. They do like you to fill out one of those under penalty forms where you can let them know ahead of time that, hey, I'm going to pay this much and I'm going to pay this much and I'm going to pay this much by these dates. They try to do that so they don't penalize you as much. A lot of people don't even meet or keep up with those dates or requirements. If you are an individual person and not a business, if you're an individual person and you have debts that you need to pay the IRS, which are a lot of you, then you need to, if you don't want to pay that amount, or if you think you can't afford it, you need to do an offer in compromise, okay? Or you can do you can ask for a hardship, and the hardship is you can't afford it, and that's your way of asking them to bring that debt down to zero, okay? Offer in compromise is you being able to offer them a deal. Sometimes you can say, hey, I'll pay 20% of what I owe, and then I'll pay this other amount on this date. As long as the IRS accepts it, you are good to go. Now, if you are doing an offer in compromise, even if you do a hardship, you can request that they do not tax you or penalize you while you're waiting, because you're in a waiting period for them to give you an answer. So they're nice enough to do that, but a lot of y'all don't know to do that. But on the offer and compromise form, you do get to ask them or check a box to let them know that, hey, I don't want to have to be paying any penalties. Can y'all put my stuff on hold until y'all make a decision? Okay. The fee for a offer and compromise is $220. Okay. But if you cannot afford to pay it, they allow you to submit it with a waiver, so you can't saying you can't afford to pay it. Okay. They just want their money, or they just want to know that you're going to pay them, or some kind of way to get them paid. All right. And then again, my other option, and I mentioned this last week, if your debts are older than 2 years, you can look at possibly filing bankruptcy or Chapter 7, especially if your debts are too high. I had somebody call me today. Their debt is $36,000. I don't know how they're going to pay that. That's not even a whole year's salary for this individual. And the IRS is not going to take you paying them $25 for the next 30 years. They want your debts paid off within like 7 years. So that, imagine what their monthly payment would be. Ridiculous, right? So there are other options out there other than just not filing, because that's what a lot of people are doing. They're just like, fuck it, I'm not going to file. That's not going to help your situation, not one bit. Okay. So it says, what if I haven't filed taxes, but I got the first stimulus? How do I get the second and the third? Classic Q, if you want to get your second stimulus, you're going to need to file 19 or 20. I'm not sure which years you have not filed yet. And the only way you're going to get the third is 20 has to be filed. So if you don't want to file your stimulus, if you don't want to file taxes, then you need to file a 2020 simple tax return, which is a regular 1040. You are, today is your last day. If you don't do it today, you need to file an extension so that you can get that second stimulus. And as for your third stimulus, if you do not want to file taxes, then you can wait until tax season next year and just do a simple tax return to claim that. All right. So if that wasn't clear or I spoke too fast, you can always find me on Instagram or Facebook, and or you can get my number to my office and you can just call and we can take care of you. All right. Let's see. How do you know if people? Hi. Do you know if people on SSI and SSDI are we getting more money? No, Nicole, you're not getting any additional money. You're also not getting any additional money if you have any kids. If you don't have kids. It's seen at this time, the only people that should be expecting to get more money is only people from unemployment and individuals with the child tax credit. That is it. So for everybody else, we ain't getting nothing. All right. So y'all just gonna have to watch my stuff and going on and get those sweepstakes, okay, to get y'all some money. All right. Somebody else calling in. Let's see who this is. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? Can I help you?
This is Buddy with people.
You know what? You ain't asking no question, then we can go. You don't got no question about your taxes or nothing like that.
I'm not old enough yet.
Oh, well then, have a good one and follow.
Right,
bye. So yeah, I don't even know how to turn these people off. I'm sorry. I just be talking to them. So anyway, so I hope I answered that. If you don't file taxes and don't have a child, can you still get the child tax money? No. The only people that would get child tax money is if you had somebody else claiming your child on taxes because the parent doesn't, for whatever reason, they get Social Security, they don't work, whatever reason, that person could get paid. But I would tell you, I would not fraudulently claim these kids. So if you got 6 kids, okay, and you don't file them all at tax time, please, and y'all who watching, I know some of y'all know people who got 3 or more children, okay? So if they got more than 3 kids, please tell them to make sure that they do all the claiming of their own children when this portal opens, okay? Because I don't want to hear that somebody else came and took my money and how do I get it back? Because IRS ain't want to hear that because they gave you a chance to open to do it in the portal, and then 2, you're gonna call them and tell them that you committed fraud by giving somebody else your children to claim. They're not gonna want to hear it, and you're not gonna want to get in trouble. So if you have not, or you're wondering, you need to claim your own children when this portal opens, okay? If you have not gotten your stimulus CHJ 511,970, did you check to see where it is first? That's the most important thing, okay? I'll look back at your answers shortly, all right? Any money out there for startups? Y'all know that I get swamped with these questions. So no startups. They don't do startup money. They do let me keep you in business money. Not we finna put you in business, all right? So if you're looking for a startup, you need to go to kiva.com, KIVA.com. You can go to ifundwomen.com, helloalice.com. You can even go to grants.gov, but a lot of you, if you don't have your business set up right, you don't have your DUNS number, you don't have those things, grants.gov is not going to work for you. And let me tell you, there's a lot of money out there, okay? A whole lot of money. But a lot of y'all businesses aren't even eligible because y'all didn't even file or started y'all business. And that's the problem, okay? So before we even talk about startup money, let's make sure you even have an LLC or something set up so that you can have money going to a real business in the first place, okay? What if your stimulus went into the wrong account? You don't have access to it. It is coming as a paper check. Okay. That's the sad part, Jay, because if the stimulus came to the wrong account, you make sure, especially if you're someone with children, make sure you get in that portal and fix it when they open up for the child tax credit if you have kids, because if not, that money is going to go to the wrong account too. And imagine how difficult it's going to be to get your money back when they send it to the wrong account. Y'all should know that already. Very difficult. Okay. How do you get the computer from the FCC internet? Once you go to the FTC, you know what? Not FTC. I apologize. Thank you, Liz. It is FCC. Sorry, FCC. You can go to the FCC. That stands for Federal Communications something. You can go there. They should have, when you go to your provider should offer the voucher for the laptop. I know last year Comcast did it. They had a link right on their page that you can go to get your voucher so that you can get your $100 off for your laptop. All right. When are they going to release our tax refunds? We have no idea when they're going to release your tax refunds. They are very, very slow. Okay. I have people that haven't even gotten stuff from 19 still waiting. All I can tell you is to keep checking where's my refund and get my payment and check your bank account. We can't make them go no faster. Y'all have to realize something too. We got SBA contacting IRS for documents. You got the banks from the PPP contacting IRS about documents. And now y'all doing it too. So imagine they're getting swamped right now. They cannot handle. That's why nobody's getting no money. And when they do, it's very little at a time. And the IRS lets, well, I don't know about y'all. They let me know because I follow them on social media. But they let you know every week what day they're going to drop new payments. And they do it like every Wednesday. So there will be new payments coming out every week. We just cannot verify if you are going to be the person that is in that group. Okay. So, but they do drop new payments. All right. Someone says, does an entity have access to your return without that 4506T form? It depends on what entity that is. If you're talking about a federal government entity, it's possible they have it. A lot of entities already have something on file that you signed that you may not even remember. I can tell you right now, if you're trying to get a credit card, you will notice this. Okay, and I'm just putting this out there because this is new. If you try to get a credit card and you find that you get approved and then you get a letter in the mail saying that they need access to your transcripts for your taxes, or they send you an email saying they need access to your tax transcript, that is not a joke. That is serious. Credit card companies are now going to verify the income you put down on your credit card. I think it's crazy as I don't know what, but everybody's scared all of a sudden of getting lied to when they've been getting lied to for years. I can tell you that this is happening with Discover. It's happening with Chase, I believe, and some Capital Ones. So if you get an email or a letter in the mail as saying they need access to your tax forms, that is why. They are verifying your income. And if you ever had a bad relationship with them in the past, and you got a cancellation of debt. A lot of y'all probably don't even know what that is. A cancellation of debt is when you settle to pay off a bill. Say you settle to pay off a credit card. It's $1,000, but you settle for $700. They send you a $300 1099 in the mail, a 1099K, because they want you to add that as income so that you can write that, so that you can claim that on your taxes. All right, hold on. We got somebody trying to come in. Hi. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, nothing. Can I help you?
Huh?
Can I help you?
Just wanted to check.
What check? All right. Okay, so, well, that ended. These people crazy, y'all. So anyway, so you get a cancellation of debt, and that goes to, and they want you to claim that on your taxes. They are also looking to see if you claimed those in the past. So I'm going to tell you, if you get one of those in the mail, and you don't want them all up in your business, you do not have to do it, but you also will not get that credit card. All right. So that is why, and this is another reason why when I talked about those CPNs last week, this is why, man, they are cracking down, and they want to see who you are and if you are who you really say you are. All right. So be careful if you get one of those in the mail. All right. How do you opt out of the monthly child checks credit? Megan, good question. Soon as they open up the portal, you will be able to go in and say that you do not want to participate. If you don't want to participate, the only thing that's going to happen is when you get your tax refund at the end of next year, it's going to be higher than a lot of other people's because you didn't get it. Now, if you are someone who works, you make a lot of income, you might want to get yours now because you might, some of your money could be eaten up based off of your income. Okay, so some of those rebates and tax credits you get can be ate up if your income is too high. Now, a lot of people may not have that issue that's watching, but I did want to throw that out there so you'll know that that if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. You definitely can opt out when it opens. Okay. It says, if you owe IRS, can you still get the PPP? Yeah, you can still get the PPP. I found out also today, if you're on disability, Social Security, you could get the PPP. Why? Because they only look at it as a loan. It is not a steady flow of income. I am not telling y'all to rush out to go and do it, but I know that was a question that we could never, ever find the answer to. And finally, somebody answered the question, so I wanted to put that out there. Yes, you can get the PPP if you do Social Security disability. Yes, you can do PPP if you live in Section 8. I don't know why you would, but a lot have. But I will tell you, if you have Section 8 and you got a PPP loan, you need to make sure that you have filed self-employment, which is a Schedule C. That needs to have been filed on your taxes in previous years in order for your counselor or your caseworker not to be asking you any questions. Okay, anything new that's popping up, and that's why I said that's where a lot of people gonna get busted at. Is dang, you didn't even have no business last year, but now you had one. Not last year. You didn't have a business in 18. You got a business in 19, and it made $100,000, and then you didn't apply. Then you didn't file no business in 2020. Y'all got to be smarter than that. We can't do stupid stuff like that and think we covered. That's just they're not that dumb. Okay, so I definitely think y'all need to consider going and amending those taxes. I will only say that on live. I don't put that in my post, but I just say that on live for who's watching. But if you got that PPP and you did not change your taxes, you are going to be one of those people they're going to be trying to talk to. So amend your taxes if you know you did not earn $96,000 to $100,000. Okay, period. Thank you very much, John Thompson, for watching. I appreciate that. All right, Sharita says, how long does it take to get the EIDL target advance? Girl, well, let me tell y'all about this advance. Y'all know I don't like to keep y'all long. I say that every week, but I don't. So the targeted advance is the $10,000. The supplemental grant is the $5,000. It is very, very difficult to get approved for any one of them now. Okay, now if you got the targeted grant, that's a lot easier. The targeted grant only asks you a couple questions and it wants you to fill out some numbers in the box. But if you gotta try to go and get that $5,000, they want you to start uploading documents. They want you to put in a profit and loss statement. They want SBA Form 2202, which is assets and liabilities. I mean, yeah, they want a lot of stuff. So I'm going to tell you now, If you apply for the SBA loan and you just did it and you just put some numbers in and you got the EIDL loan, great. But what I'm going to tell you to do, and I'm just being honest, do not be one of those people that's going to sit around and forge paperwork to get the $5,000. Let it go, sis. Let it go, bruh. Okay? Because SBA and PPP rules are different. Okay? It's very different, at least when it comes to like trying to prosecute. All right? So SBA is the more nicer, generous one. All right? The PPP is not, because it is a bank. Okay? Secret Service is involved. It gets a whole lot of people involved that's not involved with the EIDL. If you find that you making up stuff to try to get it, let that money go and go find you some money somewhere else. I have been really telling a lot of people, stop stressing to try to get this money, because they're going to make you lie to get it. And if you got to be made to lie to get it, and you got to do all of this just for a funky $5,000, it's not worth it. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Why? Because it's a paper trail and nobody wants to have to look over their shoulder for the next 7 years. And I'm just telling y'all that. So it takes about with the targeted grant is like up to 30 days. The supplemental grant, we don't know how long. That's new that they just put out, but I'm just letting you know they're making it increasingly more difficult to apply and to get this money. So again, if it becomes too hard, just say F it and move on. Okay. All right. Would make an awesome promo shirt to give out. Hey, Michael Nelson. Thank you. That's my high school mate, and thank you very much. Yes. Okay. My preparer used my 2019 for my 2020 refund. I had to amend today. I am mad as fuck. Now, they can use your 2019 income on your taxes for 2020, Antavia. So I don't know why you amended it, unless you amended it for some other reason, but you do have that option to do it. But I know people get mad when you have to amend. I got about 5 of them to do myself. Amendments are not easy for the person that has to do it. Okay. So, please don't think that it's going to be something cheap. You're probably going to pay, well, I can't say everybody charges a different amount, but if you go to H&R Block or something like that, they're probably running $500 or more to do an amendment. Okay. Because they have to rebuild a tax return that somebody else did. And that sucks to have to go figure out what somebody else did. All right. So I know I'll be struggling trying to figure out where they put these numbers at. So, just know that you will have to pay if you needed to get an amendment. All right. Let's see. All right. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. It says, so what if you actually have a Schedule C? Can you do the PPP loan? Absolutely. You can do, if you actually have a Schedule C, you can do the PPP loan. I'll never discourage anybody from doing it. It's money. Y'all know I love money and I'm all about us getting it. So the only problem is I don't want nobody to go to jail behind it. So yes, you could get the PPP loan. The only thing you need to have is a minimum of $2,000 in line number 7. Okay, $2,000 equals to a $500 PPP loan. You may or may not find that to be something that's worth it, but that is the lowest that they will go is $2,000. All right. So if you want to go, if you have more than that, you can. Now, if you go and amend your taxes to have a higher amount in line 7, then you can feel very comfortable about going and filing for the PPP because you fixed your taxes so they match. But a lot of people didn't even do that, and that is why some of y'all is sitting on your fingers. Okay. All right. How long does it take to amend to get accepted? Amendments can be e-filed at certain times. Now, it depends on the software. Today is the last day, so they can't be e-filed anymore. So now you would only have to mail the numbers in. Mail your forms in. Yes, so the IRS said you had to amend and fix the numbers. So, okay, so if your information is incorrect and IRS told you to amend it, then please do so. You're just going to amend and you're going to mail it in if you cannot e-file it. All right. Let's see. When are they going to release our tax refunds? I believe I answered that. It's going to take a while. So just sit back and get comfortable on that. Someone says, are they still paying rent for the year? You know what? The money is out there for the rent program. I just haven't seen anybody talk about it. So if you haven't seen anybody talk about it where you live at, I would tell you to call your local county office and ask them where the money at, because it was released to the states. Okay, it absolutely was. And as a matter of fact, if you're in Florida watching, someone just wrote on one of our senators' pages today, one of our congressmen or whatever she was. I forgot. She's something for our state. But she put that she got her rent paid up for the year. So I know the money's out there. For some reason, I don't know why they're not talking about it. Maybe because they only want to talk about this COVID shot and they don't really want to talk about nothing else. But the money has already been sent to these states. Please do not be fooled. And if you are facing an issue with your rent, y'all know that CDC eviction moratorium is still around. It is still good until May 31st. I am thinking that maybe they're going to wait until May 31st passes when they can start evicting people again. And maybe that's when they'll start talking about the money. I don't know. And I don't want to see anybody evicted. But I would tell you to turn that form in if you haven't. Because that form says that they cannot evict you if you owe rent. They can evict you for other stuff, but not if you owe rent. So, some of y'all, I'm telling y'all, better pay y'all rent late. Some of y'all need to pay it late so y'all make sure y'all have a place to stay, because a lot of these companies still trying to evict people. They're also, too, a lot of people been asking me about how it works. So I'm not an attorney, but I will tell you I read a lot and I can almost verbatimly recite what it says. But I can tell you that if you are on a lease, the person cannot evict you without giving you 60-day notice. Okay, you have to get 60 days notice. That's the same if they try to increase your rent. If you sign a lease, and this just happened, someone called me on this today. If you sign a lease and your lease had that old rent and you signed it to renew, but days later they now want to increase your rent, that's a no. That has to be in writing when you re-signed your lease. Don't let these people be trying to fool y'all because they think you can't afford to get an attorney. There is legal aid out there, people. Y'all can call to get help. Some of y'all know when y'all being screwed, but y'all just allow it because you don't know what to do. And that's not going to fly. We can't continue doing that because that's how you keep getting railroaded all the time. Stop letting these people railroad you. Now, if you are not on a lease, they have 14 days to let you know that you have to go. If you're on month to month, they only got to give you a 14-day notice. All right. But if you are on a lease, 60 days, they at least got to give you 60 days. All right. So I'm just letting y'all know that so you ain't getting kicked out for nothing. OK. All right. Is there an update or is there any more funding for PPP? PPP still has the money out there. Blue Acorn says Irs still processing my 2020. I filed in February. I am so sorry. You are not the only one. You probably filed before the third stimulus was approved, and that is probably why you're in the batch waiting. How can I change my bank information with the IRS? You cannot. It is already passed. If you have a child, you can update it when the portal opens for the child tax credit. But if you are doing it for your stimulus or for your tax refund, hang it up. It is going to have to come as a paper check if the account you gave them is bad. What about SSI? There is no additional money for SSI. You did get an increase this year, though, but that's it. What kind of money do unemployment people receive, and how do you go about receiving it? Unemployment, it varies by state, and you have to go to your state unemployment website to file for it, okay? All right, hey, James, how you doing? All right, how much for unemployment refunds? We don't know. Everybody's going to be different. I'm just telling y'all that you can get on that escalation form if you have not gotten anything. But y'all need to call unemployment. They open like 7 days a week, okay? Call them. They open from like 7 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. No excuse. Make those people work for their money, all right? It says if your portal says funding for the EIDL grant, how long does it take for the funding to hit your account? Set within 3 to 10 days. Usually it would hit in like 48 hours. I would say 3 to 5, but because all of this craziness is going on, I'm stretching it out between 3 and 10 to get your money. Hey, Shannon, can't wait to see you also. Come on in. All right. Will Atlanta get the unemployment money back? Patrell, I'm going to have to go to Unemployment PUA. I'm going to tell you to go to that website, unemploymentpua.com. They usually keep all the 50 states information to let people know if they're going to be getting any money. Okay. If I don't file today, will I be in trouble? No, you won't file. But the reason they want you to file, or at least to put in an extension, is because they don't want to have to penalize you. So if you have not filed your taxes, please put in an extension. It's like 6 questions. What's your name, your birthday, your address, your phone number, and do you owe us any money? Yes, no. And if you don't, go and that's it. I mean, it's not really that much to fill out for an extension, so make sure you go and do it. The portal is not open yet. The IRS will open a portal for child tax credit. It has not started yet. All right. How much is the unemployment refund? We don't know. Everyone's different for everybody. What portal are you speaking of for the? Okay. Child tax credit, IRS is going to open up a portal. They have not done it yet. So as soon as they do, I promise I'll let y'all know. Okay? And hello, Elizabeth Montez. How are you? Okay, so it says, so what if you actually got a Schedule C? Can you get the PPP loan? Yes, I answered that already. Are you doing consults regarding student loans? The only thing I'm doing with the student loans is if you need help with the application. Okay, the borrower's defense application is like 25, 26 pages, and it's just a lot of writing. A lot of it is redundant. But if you need help with that, we help you with the application, get your information about your school and all that, because a lot of people just don't know how to fill out the paperwork. So yes, we do. You can inbox me to get the link. You can book an appointment. That's no problem. All right. You'll find out if you get money back from unemployment. You're going to probably have to call unemployment to find that out, Brianna. Do you have to apply for the second draw, or is it automatic? You do have to accept the second draw. So no, you don't have to apply like you did the first time, but you will have to go in and accept the money. A lot of times they're not giving it to you automatically. Okay. It says, is there an extension for an amendment? No, you don't need to do an extension if you're going to file an amendment, because you already filed within the time frame. The amendment is a correction. There is no time frame on a correction. Right now, for people who are doing their 19 and got their PPP, we are doing amendments for 19, and it's 2021 right now. So no, there's no extension form. The extension is only for your personal, the current year's taxes. Okay. The IRS said the numbers didn't match the W-2. That sounds well. Then yeah, and Tavia, if your numbers didn't match the W-2, then yeah, I don't like using 2019 income. I like using 2020 income, using the correct income, so we don't have these type of problems at all. Okay. Hey Monique, it says, thank you so much for helping my grandma today. I really appreciate you and welcome, and thank you for sending those people my way. So just so y'all know, yes, we help everybody, blind, crippled, crazy, and even those that are lazy. Okay, so we are here to get y'all taken care of. So you can always inbox if you got questions. We will try to get those answered for you. We don't want to leave nobody behind. Okay, are they still out of funds? No, they got money for PPP. You just can only go to certain places. All right, community action team. If you're in Melbourne, they sure are paying the rent. So a lot of places paying the rent, but they are not doing the I'm not sure if they're doing the year back rent. Tiki, let me know in my inbox so I can make a post about that, please. All right. They definitely can make it harder for individuals to qualify for CARES Act funding. Yes, they do. They're making it harder because there's so much fraud out there. That's why. Okay. The pandemic EBT, it has not changed as of yet. They're still supposed to give out money. I thought they were giving out money in April to cover for the next 3 months. I haven't seen that yet. So I'm just going to keep my eyes open to see when they're going to start paying for pandemic EBT. And the pandemic EBT will be for all of you guys. That's going to be for people who have kids that are not in school, but that are of school age, that are at home. They want to pay you for your children not being there. I have saw all the states sign off on it. I just have not seen the money be dispersed like it says in the paperwork. And that's the problem. Nobody's doing nothing on time. Okay, so same question about unemployment. If you want to find out you're getting money back from unemployment, I would tell you to call unemployment. That's the best place to go. Update on IRS refunds. Nope, still gotta wait. It is very slow right now. Some people received an extra $1,400 if their child on SSI. That's the plus up. The extra $1,400. No, they didn't give extra money. I didn't read anywhere that they're giving $1,400 for people on SSI. Or if their kids are on SSI. If you got the $1,400, that is your stimulus. And the plus up, they gave you that plus up money because they didn't give it to you the first time. So you're not getting anything additional. This is just money you didn't get from the first time. Okay? And Chantel, if you need to talk to me, you can hit me in my inbox. Today is just, I still got amendments and closing out some taxes to do. So let's try to do it tomorrow, Wednesday, girl. But yes, we can talk. And then let me see what else we got. Alexis, you're welcome, Alexis. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to check here on TikTok. It says let's see. I'll get to that. Ooh. Okay, so it says, I tried to get the PPP loan through Womply, but it will not let me upload my Schedule C. And license, is there no website I can use? Yeah, you can go to Blue Acorn. You will need to have a completed Schedule C, or they will not let you take it. You used to be able to upload a draft tax return and get money, but now you cannot. Too much fraud. They want to see a real tax return. Now, mind you, this is not a draft tax return. So if you go and get this loan, you need to make sure that your Schedule C that you are using is the same Schedule C you are turning into the IRS, so that you are not going to be questioned. And I'm glad Womply gave you a hard time, because they are currently under investigation. Okay. Will you be penalized for the extension, and can you get an extension for an amendment? You don't need an extension for an amendment. Yes, you will be penalized if you do not pay. They penalize you in taxes and fees. So they like to charge you a little bit of interest. It's not much, but that's how they make their money. So, but if you file an extension, you'll be fine. If you file an extension, but you owe money and you did not pay that money by today, they penalize you a certain percent of interest on that money. Okay. All right, EIDL versus PPP. I mean, the easiest way to say it, EIDL is through the SBA. PPP is through a bank. It's still SBA money, but it's through a bank. Both the requirements the same. February 15, 2020. PPP, no credit check. EIDL, credit check. PPP ends May 31st. EIDL ends December 31st. Both require that you can have employees, or you can be a sole proprietor. That's for both of them. And PPP is the one where you could get the first and the second draw. At this time, it's probably going to be a little too late to get a second draw. So right now, you're probably only going to get one draw, which is just one check. EIDL, there's no more grant, but you can get a loan if you qualify. Honestly, PPP is easier to get money from because of the requirements, but the money is running out. EIDL gives you a higher amount than PPP, but it's more paperwork to show to get the money. So it's kind of whichever one you want to go with. And it really goes down to what can you prove, okay? That's really how that's going to go, all right? And it says, if my daughter turns 18 in November, will I get the monthly payments? Yeah. If your daughter turns 18 in November, you should be able to get the monthly payments. You will see when the portal opens if it will allow you to, if it will accept it. I'm sure you should be able to get it because she's 17. So you would still only get the $250, and they may stop it in November once she turns 18. But you should be able to recoup those other few months while she was still 17. Now, if they don't let you do that, you can easily go and recoup that at tax time. Okay, if you don't get any money, you can get the rest of it at tax time, and they'll pay you just for that little bit. Okay, so you won't miss out on anything. Okay. It says, even if you've done your taxes, I'm sorry, Miss Brina, I don't know if I answered your question or not. Maybe I missed that part. It says, okay, this one says, I'm a dependent on my daughter's tax return. I didn't receive the first and second stimulus. Is she able to file it on her tax return? You're a dependent on your daughter's tax return. You didn't receive. If you are a dependent in 2020, you cannot file to receive it. The only thing you can do at this point is have your daughter file an amendment. She filed taxes without you. Then you go and file your own, and then you will be able to get your tax refund. But you cannot if you are claimed on her 2020 and she refuses to change it. All right. Says, thank you so much. And is the Schedule C my tax prepared? Yeah, your Schedule C. If you look on your taxes, look on the top. Look at your taxes. The paper is in front of you. Look at the top left. It should say Schedule C. The first two pages are always going to say 1040. But your third, fourth, and fifth, and all those pages in the back, if they're not like for tax credit or anything like that, they will be Schedule C if you file a Schedule C. And if you filed a Schedule C and your tax preparer did not give you your full tax form. And this is especially for those who are trying to file amendments. Y'all be trying to get these amendments done, but y'all tax preparer didn't even give y'all the full tax return. That's a problem. Okay? Hold on. Let me charge my phone before it dies. All right. I'm trying to answer these last few questions, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Taxes taking so long this year just because of the third stimulus change. Then you got PPP and the EIDL. COVID is why this is taking so long. I'm so sorry, but that is why. It says on the IRS app, when putting in my tax return, it will not give me any information. It's if you have tax topic 151 or tax topic 152, regardless if it says there's nothing there, you are good. Tax topic 152, 151, those are all good tax topics. And all that means is, sorry y'all, all that means is that your taxes are on its way. They're still processing, but you're good to go, okay? It's weird. It could be either on its way or they are still processing, but they're good to go. So tax topic 152 and 151 are good signs. All right. So don't worry if you receive those. Alicia, so anybody needing credit repair, y'all know I do my credit review is $20. We go over, as a matter of fact, when I get off the phone with y'all, I got like 4 people to call tonight. So we definitely do it. We want people to be able to get them some houses, some cars, credit cards, whatever it is. We want to do it the right way. Some of y'all are going to probably need to file bankruptcy because the credit is just too past far gone as being bad. And a credit sweep ain't going to do it, okay? Because these creditors are not only coming back and putting the debt back on the credit. A lot of times they're coming after y'all and suing y'all, all right? So creditors are going to be doing some weird things. COVID has made a lot of people change how they do business. So I wouldn't expect to see nothing different than some changes coming down, all right? My child received $1,400 in the SSI account, and I already got the $1,400 from me and my daughter. Well, Antavia, we could talk about it offline, but I will say that I haven't seen anybody get any extra SSI payment. I will look that up myself, and if I am wrong, I definitely will correct that and make a TikTok video, and I'll make a post. But if you receive double the payment, you do not have to pay it back if one person. So say your baby daddy or baby mama got a $1,400 for a child, and then you got another $1,400 for that same child. If you got double payment, and as long as you didn't receive 2 payments, somebody else received one and you received one, you can keep it. But if you get 2, that could be a problem. So Antavia, let's talk offline so we can make sure that this $1,400 is yours and not yours to return, okay? Because if not, they will definitely send you a letter telling you they overpaid you and they want you to pay them back, okay? What's the requirement for the EIDL increase? It's a lot. So I don't even want to, it's a lot for the EIDL increase. You will get an email with all that stuff. They're going to want tax returns. They're going to go through a lot of stuff, David. So I would tell you that you can go and apply for the increase and just wait for them to send you their email, and you can find out that long list of stuff that they want you to turn in. You had a baby this year. Will they give it to me? Did you claim your baby on your taxes, or did you have the baby after you filed your taxes? If you had your baby before, you'll get paid this year. If you had your baby after you filed taxes, you might not get a plus up payment because you don't have time to capture that child. But you will get the child tax credit because you will be able to add that baby. And if you did not get your $1,400 this year, you will be able to get your $1,400 when you file taxes next year. Okay? And child tax credit, yes, Bonda, I think I answered that. So yes, you will be able to get your child tax credit because later, yes, because you should be able to capture all of your kids when that portal opens. All right. So let me look at this one last thing, and y'all know I'm gonna let y'all go. So non-filers can still do it. Not for your tax return. It's a simple tax return. It's very easy. You can inbox me. All you gotta do is just file a regular 1040. Not hard at all. And Carmel Candy Girl, absolutely. Hit me up on Instagram if you like. And we can definitely talk about what you need credit-wise. Not everybody needs credit repair. Some people just really need to go and pay these bills back. If I find that it's more advantageous for you to pay your bills, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you. If it's better to do credit repair, I'm going to tell you that. If you need to look at bankruptcy, I might not tell you to do it, but I'm definitely going to say, I think you might need to read about something, okay? Because some people's stuff is just way past broken, okay? And that's the only way it's going to be fixed. And it says, I want to fix my 2-year-old credit so she can get a house this year. I don't know what you mean by 2-year-old, but 2-year-olds can't get a house. You probably mistyped that, but I'm sure that's not what you meant to say. But absolutely, if you need anything, I will definitely, y'all just reach out to me and I'll definitely get you some help. So, I think that is it. FCC broadband program is good. Go get your $50 cable. Excuse me, your $50 internet, get your $100 credit for your laptop. If you had anybody die to COVID or any condition, or COVID was related or played a part, please don't let FEMA off the hook. Make sure y'all go and get that money up to $9,000 on those applications to get you a refund. You want to make sure you get your money back. I'm trying to go down the line of everything. Keep checking. Where's my refund? Keep checking. Get my payment if you haven't gotten anything from the IRS. Please know tax season is over as of today. So it is very possible that you can get somebody on the phone. When you call the 1-800-829-1040 number, that's their main number. That's why you guys never get anybody. They have a lot of different numbers. A lot of you need to be calling the errors and omissions department, because that's where a lot of your taxes are sitting. There's a separate number, so you can get in touch with these people. You can call them at 7:30 in the morning, so you can get them on the phone. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I'm missing? The portal for child tax credit has not opened yet, but it will. I will announce as soon as it does. July 15th, you will get your very first child tax credit payment, and you can opt out. PPP is still open if y'all want to apply. You do not have much longer left, but if you have self-employment, you can, a minimum of $2,000. If you already got the PPP, I'm gonna just say this again, I'm gonna be done. I know I'm gonna bring this up and really until it's over, because y'all keep asking and I don't mind. You got the money and it's not on your taxes. Please stop letting people around you say it's all good. They can't arrest all of us. They can't get all of us. Stop it with the nonsense and go and amend your taxes and cover your what, okay? Because some of y'all gonna be looking pretty crazy and angry when those people come knocking on your door asking you, why did you get these loans? And there is nothing to show proof. And before I go, as proof, so y'all know I ain't making this up, there is a tracker out there. Not the tracker that tells who got PPP loans. There is a tracker that is tracking all of the cases, okay? And whoever created this tracker, man, they got a lot of time on their hands, because they put in the name, the loan amount, the address, who got arrested. They're even putting the actual document from the courts up, showing exactly what the person did. And the last one to be charged, so y'all know that I'm not joking, was on April 6th, okay? So that's only just a month ago, okay? They don't have nothing for May yet. They got April, all right? So these are not like from way back in 2020. They are prosecuting people in 2021, okay? And I've seen somebody get prosecuted for something as small as like $30,000, all right? So I'm telling y'all, if you have not, please consider amending your taxes to try to cover your behind, all right? If you got questions about credit or anything else, y'all know y'all can find me on Facebook. Of course, y'all can message me here. I don't really know TikTok that well, but you can also message me on Instagram, all right? So as usual, y'all have a happy and blessed Monday. Please continue to watch and bring your questions. I know it's kind of slow right now because the COVID has pretty much passed. But I'm telling y'all, the government ain't gonna do nothing but come out with something else. And once this is all passed, then we're gonna start talking about credit and all this other stuff on Mondays. Okay, so maybe, matter of fact, I'm gonna have somebody come and talk to y'all about bankruptcy next week. She actually is a viewer, and we actually did her bankruptcy. And I want y'all to see how she is knocking on 700 right now, and it hasn't even been 7 months. Okay, so for those who don't believe that it can work and help you out, it can. So if she's watching, thank you. And we will do something for y'all next Monday so y'all can kind of find out what's going on. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Hit me up. I already see I got messages now, so I'm about to go get with them. And y'all take care. Be blessed. Be safe. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Next Monday at 7 p.m. Bye. Take care, everybody.